What's up, Colorado Cars and Coffee? John here at Porsche Colorado Springs. Really excited for you guys to get a chance to drive our Taycan Turbo S. It's a monster, 750 horsepower, carbon ceramic brakes, dynamic chassis control, rear axle steering. It's kind of everything Porsche knows how to do in a car. 750 horsepower. We've got a motor on the front axle and on the rear. On the back, you actually have a 2-speed transmission. So a lot of electric cars, you get up to freeway speeds and they kind of start to slow down. On this, then you hit second gear, really starts to pull again. On the Turbo S, when you got the sports out on, you notice. All right, we're inside the Taycan Turbo S. All the technology Porsche knows how to do. We've got Apple Music built in, wireless Apple CarPlay, all the fun stuff like that. A big, beautiful digital screen in front of the driver. I hope you can see we've got the map up right there. Optional passenger display as well, so the passenger can work on playing DJ or navigating, and then driver still has all of the information just right available at their fingertips. So Tycoon is on an 800-volt battery system. Fastest charging in the nation right now. It'll do 5 to 80% charge in 22.5 minutes with kind of optimal conditions. Porsche, Audi, Volkswagen all partnered on a company called Electrify America. We'll be putting in charging stations all across the nation's highway system. Every 75 to 125 miles, you'll find a charging station, so you'll be able to top up. And you actually get 3 years of free charging with the purchase of a Taycan. So at Porsche, we've got 70 years of history, I would say, building the best cars in the world. Kind of all culminating in Tycoon. You see a lot of the styling cues that tie in between some of our mid-engine sports cars and the 911. The big fenders kind of remind me of the early 911s with the big pontoon fenders. When you're sitting in the car, the front drops away really quick. It actually reminds me a lot of sitting in a 918. As you walk down the side of the car, you've got big rear arches, rear haunches, looking in the rear view mirrors. It just feels like 911 Turbo. It's got big muscular stance. And then inside, fit and finish, panel gaps, everything. I think you see Porsche builds a really beautiful car. So, 2.4 seconds, 0 to 60. It runs in the 10s for the quarter mile. I think you guys are going to have a really good time in it. So welcome down. Can't wait to hear what you think.
All right, so we're gonna go pick this up. We got some GoPros on. So Steve's in control, and it is in Sporty Plus.
So what are we in today, Terry?
Yeah, we're in a car that goes. So we're in Porsche Taycan Turbo S 2020.
That's right.
Yep, and it is white.
What's the MSRP on this?
$204,000. A little bit under 205.
Just under 205.
All you people that can't afford it, neither can we. But no, this thing.
Speak for yourself, Terry.
Oh well, Steve's rich. I'm not. I'm poor. So overall, on the passenger side, this is actually pretty cool. It does have massage seating, which I have on right now, which is really good. Now Steve's driving this time, and we're in Sport Plus. So have at it, Steve.
All right.
Tell us what you think.
I'm taking her easy.
Okay.
This is quite the car. We have 2 electric motors. We've got a dual-speed transmission.
Yep.
5,200 pounds, is that right?
Yeah, it's about 5,200,
so
on the high side.
It's about 800 more than a USS Dodge Charger.
Yes.
Just amazing car, of course.
So turning into the corners, the handling.
Do you feel the weight?
I don't feel the weight. When I drove it, I didn't feel it. Yeah. And then what about you? You actually have a straight, so we don't have anybody behind us. We're not going to break any law. We're just going to see how fast this thing can go from a standing rolling start. I'm ready. Brace, brace, brace. Oh, that's just amazing. Just the torque on this thing, and the braking's great.
I think I felt my face move.
So our we do have a G meter on here, and we did 1.24 G's of acceleration with 1.06 of max braking. So yeah, so how did that feel, Steve?
That was such an experience. It's just weird. I mean,
right.
It just felt weird.
Yes. It's just
I've never felt acceleration like that before.
Yeah, it just goes. It's literally amazing. So, and for a heavy car, and it is heavy, there's no way around that. It definitely gets up and goes. There's no doubt how fast, quick it goes. Yeah. This thing is really special. It truly is special. If I had the money, I'd buy one. And I'm sorry, I would not buy.
And of course,
Tesla.
you can option this out to the moon.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they've got, I think, a vegan leather interior.
Yes.
Option as
Yes.
well.
Made out of real vegans.
This one has a smoker's package. It's got a premium package.
Yep.
It's got
I mean, just
massage. What's the massage one thing?
So the massage. So this is the.
So it's got shiatsu massage.
Yeah,
for
shiatsu
the
massage.
driver,
It has
which is
everything.
awesome.
Yeah, for the driver and passenger. Because it's on there now for me.
Nice.
Because I'm doing that. So it has like the typical standard Porsche stuff in here. Oh, and crazy curious kids. So in the passenger seat, there's another display for the passenger, and I can hit the button called cockpit.
Did you feel the seatbelt tension?
Yes, tension up.
Tighten
The
up.
seatbelt tensioners, baby. So I can see what Steve is doing, like how fast he's going and what mode he's in. So it's the ultimate nagging passenger whiny mode.
Mother-in-law mode, right?
Yes, mother-in-law
Oh,
mode.
boy.
It is actually quite comfortable in here. It's not like super like GT3 nonsense where you're not comfortable. It is very, very comfortable
Right.
in here.
4 doors,
Yeah.
four passengers.
And it is comfortable in the back because I've sat in the back, and it's really not too bad. All your controls are right up front. Everything's easy to deal with.
I mean, it looks a whole lot better than the Tesla
Oh, it does.
Model S or Model 3.
It doesn't have the big
which
iPad
look like a
though.
pair of Crocs, if you ask
Right.
me.
I don't like the iPad in the middle. I hate that. I like this. I like
this is nice. I like this layout.
yeah. I like to be able to look at things and be able to touch things. I want to feel like a normal car. And I will say Porsche did it really well. I mean, we haven't really opened it. Well, we've opened it up. We're videoing it. But this thing does haul.
Oh yes.
There's no doubt.
John, the salesman, took us around the block around the Motor City Drive.
Yeah.
And I felt funny
The torque on
when
it
he
is
was
absolutely
pushing
amazing.
it. It just, I don't think I've ever felt that before.
Yeah. The
And it was
torque
just a
is-
weird feeling.
It is a special car, and I'll ruin it for every single Tesla fanboy. I'm sorry now.
Well, comparing the styling of this, I always look at the style. I really like looking at my cars and what the design of and how they look good or beautiful or not. This one does look good.
Yeah.
I'm not much of a Tesla fan as far. I think they look like a pair of Crocs with that front and just looks like a duck and whatnot.
Right.
But this is really sharp looking. Not, of course, it's not 911, but it is.
Yeah, it's not, but I mean, everything on the interior, it's a normal car layout. Yes, Tesla has the big iPad in the middle.
Right.
A lot
We're
of
seeing
people
the
like
iPad
that.
everywhere. Even the Mustang Mach-E has
it.
which I don't like as well.
I'm not a fan of that. I like these glass cockpits like this that's
I like
open.
the horizontal layout.
Yeah.
Much better.
To me, it's easier because I'm actually looking at things. I can see things. Now, granted, Porsche could probably, change this in the future and put a big old display right here, etc., and then put a heads-up display, whatever, or a true glass cockpit where it's just everything's right on, the windshield. Okay, that's fine. But right now, I love how this is. So, just to get back into like some of the handling. I mean, when I was driving it, and you'll hear this. I'll ask Steve, but like honestly, like just this normal day-to-day driving, the handling and the comfort level, and how the suspension, everything. And this is in Sport Plus, so we didn't put it in normal. So what do you think? How does that feel?
I think it feels very interesting, very cool. What I want to talk about is the Porsche electric sounds, real quick.
Yes.
So as we were doing our photos and video shoots over at Cheyenne Mountain High School, as you were driving by, you could hear it from the outside.
Yeah.
The electric sound. You can turn it on and off in the interior. But I thought that was a kind of thing that they had.
That is. That is a neat thing, and it does, come on automatically in Sport Plus, so it gives that feeling there's an engine running and stuff. And I will say that with this, it kind of definitely even, you put that on, you feel like there is a motor. It is running and stuff. And when you turn it off, but it really does sound like it's a car, and I appreciate that.
So it's got the normal front space that you would see almost in the 911.
Yep.
But there's also room in the back and the trunk as well.
Yeah, the trunk's actually pretty good in the back. So basically, it's like the Panamera trunk.
Okay.
It's probably just slightly smaller, but yeah, it's definitely there. But yeah, everything on this thing is great.
So what kind of charging options do we have on this?
So this does have, was it like the 240?
It's got the DC fast.
The
charging
DC fast on the passenger side, and then it has the regular home garage.
This is the AC.
Yes.
Basically home
Home
garage,
charge.
Home garage mode.
Yeah, exactly. And then talking about this, you can use the fast charging, which will get you about 90.
I think they're set up with Electrify America.
Exactly.
And,
they are.
So they can find.
They're fine with Electrify America, and then they're also fine with like, is it the Ion? The other one is the Ion, so you can use like those fast chargers. Then there's other Porsche fast chargers at dealership, etc. So you can actually charge this thing pretty quick. And if I remember reading right, I think it was like 25 minutes on like the super fast charge to get this thing ready to go.
Get you to like 80%.
Yeah, to 80%. After that, of course, becomes a trickle charge, as we all know.
Right, because it can't charge on the fast mode.
Yeah.
To 100%.
To 100%.
Just to preserve the battery.
So every car's that way. And we're good. So honestly, this thing is fun as hell. If I had the money, I really would buy this instead of a Tesla. Honestly.
Oh yeah.
Straight out.
Of course. Right.
I would. You know, I mean, the range is there. It has the power. It definitely has the spirit of Porsche. It's definitely sporty, has oomph.
I think you can see that with the regen option.
Yes.
They've kind of detuned a little less regen,
right,
to make it feel more like a driving car.
Exactly.
Versus a heavy regen with some of the electric cars.
Yeah, some of the electric cars where it kind of takes away everything. You know, so yeah, overall, I give this a bunch of turkey. Oh, look, there's people, then they see it. So there we go. That concludes the fun little talk. So